C'est non sans un certain émoi que je m'apprête à interviewer pour la première fois Tom Hiddleston. Depuis son rôle du dieu Loki, ennemi juré de Thor et autres Avengers, ce bel Anglais formé à la Royal Academy of Arts a un succès fou. Mais pas question pour lui de n'être qu'une belle gueule, Tom Hiddleston est un bosseur invétéré qui vit son art comme un sacerdoce. Résultat, la critique l'encense, la presse le guette, et les réalisateurs se l'arrachent, à l'image du maître du fantastique, Guillermo del Toro, qui lui offre, dans Crimson Peak, le rôle d'un mystérieux aristocrate qui séduit une innocente jeune fille, pour le meilleur et pour le pire.
I feel as if a link exists between your heart and mine.
What is the secret of a good, ambiguous and dangerous character? Because from Loki's character in Thor to this one, including your taste for Shakespearean characters.
Yeah, but I think ultimately what makes an interesting character is a difference between the exterior and the interior. And I think what I love is I love playing characters who have an exterior confidence, or a charisma, or a mystery, and actually behind that there is a vulnerability and a softer side that can yield something else. Probably because I think that's true of most people.
Thomas, your bride is frozen.
Of course. Forgive me. Let's go upstairs, start a fire at once. I'll run you a hot bath. The pipes will run red at first because of the clay. Soon the water will clear.
When you play a character like this in a fantastic gothic horror movie, is your job the same as an actor than for every genre of film? Because you're surrounded with such a sophisticated world, you could fear to disappear in this profusion of elements.
Yeah, I think it's ultimately I always say it's the duty of an actor to be truthful in imaginary circumstances. So I always try to calibrate my performance to the truth, to whatever I see as the truth of the situation. It is always about syncing up with the imaginative context of the world that I'm inhabiting. But it always feels like the same job in a funny way.
I'm afraid I shall go mad if I stay.
My darling, you're imagining things. Tomorrow, why don't we go out to the post office? I think some fresh air would do you good.
No, I have to leave. I have to get away from here.
Edith, this is your home now. You have nowhere else to go.
What kind of actor are you? Do you need to be totally immersed in the world, in the life of your character? Or?
I try to do it before I start, I think. I try to, before I start a film or a play, I try to build a world in my mind, an imaginative world which the character lives in. And I create that with novels, with paintings, with music, with films. I try and understand tone. Tone is so important. You know, is this a thriller? Is this a gothic romance? Is this an action film? Is this a love story? Is this, what's the tone of the piece, in a way? And then, once I understand that, I just jump into it. It feels like, this will seem like an incomplete way of describing it, but it's like I build a swimming pool and then I just dive in. Do you know what I mean?
I read that when you were working on a character, your office at home was full of elements on the walls or...
Yeah, yes, I do that. I tend to sort of, I print pictures out. I like to have things that are tangible. You know, we live in a world where everything is hidden, everything's in the cloud or wherever it's supposed to be. So I make playlists and I stick up pictures on the walls. It's good. You can have little touchstones to remind you of who your character is.
And for example, for Crimson Peak, what did you have on your playlist and on your wall?
For the early stuff, I had lots of Strauss and Bach. I listened to that, particularly the waltz, the Strauss waltz. Kate Hawley, the costume designer, had put together these extraordinary images of pictures of images of Lord Byron, or the painting by Caspar David Friedrich, The Wanderer Above a Sea of Fog. Various pictorial representations of Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights. And I found those images very powerful and I stuck them all up in my trailer.
You've already worked with the best directors, Woody Allen, Kenneth Branagh, Guillermo del Toro. Who was the best teacher?
Oh, they're all great teachers, honestly. They all have different things to teach something about the way they see the world rubs off on you. And they each have their own particular artistic fingerprint. They have their own vision. You know, it was to work with Woody Allen was to be alongside his sense of humor. It's inimitable. Everybody knows it, but he's a very sophisticated and mischievous, twinkling man, and so witty. Kenneth Branagh is one of the most decent men I've ever met. And he's brilliant with actors because he understands acting so well. And Guillermo too is someone who has this infectious passion and open-heartedness about film and about people, and he believes in the power of cinema and the power of storytelling as a transformative thing. It's a gift. Film changed the way he saw the world, and he wants to contribute to that for other people.
Is that the same for you? Does the fact of being an actor change your vision of the world?
Well, actors changed my vision of the world. I think that cinema does have, or storytelling has the power to change the heart and change the mind, even for a day or two. Mm. But I think if a story can make you feel differently about something, about your life, about yourself, I think it truly has the capacity to inspire. And not because I do it, it's because I know it inspired me. And so if I can in any way contribute to the conversation, that's all I'm here to do.
Théâtre, cinéma, télévision, Tom Hiddleston, accro à son boulot, construit une carrière sans fausse note aux côtés des meilleurs. À l'image d'une mini-série pour la BBC, The Night Manager, aux côtés d'un autre sacré anglais, le Dr House, ou plutôt Hugh Laurie.